When you talk about people are judged differently based on their knowledge,
Right.
So, like someone who believes in a different religion, Judaism or whatever, they believe that they're truly finding God through their religion.
Yes, sir.
They're doing well. They
Yes, sir.
live a healthy life. They live a good life by God's standards.
Yep.
And they truly believe that they're finding God through their religion. And they find out come judgment that, all right, they kind of put all their money on the wrong horse. Are they going to be judged in the same light as those that followed God appropriately?
Okay, I got to divide that excellent question into two parts. The first part, those people who have heard about Christ, reject him, and follow some other religion, versus those people who have never heard about Christ and who follow some other religion. I got to divide that there. All right? Now, in John chapter 3, beginning at verse 16, going through verse 18, Jesus says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him." Now he says, "Whoever believes in him is not condemned. But whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of God's one and only Son." But I'm just the mailman delivering you Jesus' mail. That's what he said. So I think it's rather clear that if a human being is exposed to Christ and says no, they are rejecting God, because Jesus claimed to be God in human form. Secondly, they're rejecting God's offer of forgiveness, for he insisted that when he bled and died on the cross, it was to pay the penalty for human sin, which means they're choosing to live their life separate from God, and they will have to pay for their own sin, their own wrongdoing. Now, what about the person who's never heard about Christ? I do not know, because Christ never specifically addressed the question. But I think what that question that you're raising is getting at is God going to rip people off? Is God going to arbitrarily send people to hell? And the clear answer to that is no way. The clear answer to that is Hebrews chapter 11 lists names of people who will be in heaven who obviously never heard about Christ. They were born hundreds of years before him. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Rahab, a Gentile prostitute, obviously never heard about Christ. They were born 2,000 to 1,000 years before him. But in humility, they put their faith in God. Christ applies it to their life, although they never knew about Jesus, and they're going to be in heaven. Hebrews chapter 11 clearly states. You and I have more than ample opportunity to read the Gospels, so we are responsible for what we do with Christ. Now, because Christ revealed that God's character is just and good, we never have to fear that he's going to rip anybody off. He will judge everybody justly and fairly. Is Jesus the truth? Now remember, all truth is exclusive. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Means 2 plus 2 does not equal 3, does not equal 5. It equals 4. Now, if I just say my opinion is, then I'm not making a truth claim, and there's no exclusivity necessarily. But if I make a truth claim, then what I'm saying is this is correct and this is incorrect. Now, obviously, if Muhammad spoke the truth, I'm going to hell, because I'm a blasphemer. I worship a prophet, Jesus of Nazareth, as more than a prophet, as God in human form. So if Muhammad spoke the truth, I go to hell. If Siddhartha Gautama Buddha spoke the truth, I'm in for a very difficult next reincarnation. If Jesus Christ spoke the truth, I'm going to heaven. Why? Jesus claimed to be the way through death, out the other side to eternal life. I've put my faith in him. He promises eternal life to all who trust in him. If he lied, then depending on what the truth is, I will suffer the consequences. But if Christ spoke the truth, I'm going to heaven.